going to be creating a video for your classroom orientation that you're going to send to Mr. Rixby, and he will upload to our web page and to our Facebook page. So I'm going to take you through how to create a video in iMovie and upload it to YouTube and then send it to Mr. Rixby. You can do every part of this by using your school-issued iPad. Now, he wants these videos sent to him by Friday, August the 14th. So my advice to you is do not wait until the last minute. One of the things that I found out when I started doing these was that when you upload it to YouTube, it has to be 15 minutes or less. So it was easier for me to do segments of the video and then pull it together and edit it. Now you can do one long video and never stop it. Even if you mess up, you can edit out those things. After you've planned your video, the next thing you want to do is record your video. So here I am sitting at my iPad, and I'm going to click on the camera button. I'm going to make sure it's on video, and I'm going to turn it around so that it's facing me. So I like to do my own videos, and I just sit it up on the table or wherever I'm working out and get the best view. I found out that I liked using portrait better than the landscape. And all you have to do is mash the red button, and then you're ready to record just like we are right now, and just stop it when you're ready. Then I like to take and place all my videos and photos in one album together so that when I get into iMovie, they're easier to locate. So to do that, I go to photos, and I like to make sure I'm on all photos up here because that will show me photos and videos. I mash select, and I'm going to choose those videos that I have done. And there's a picture that I'm going to choose to put in there as well. And then I'm going to choose the upload button right there. And it gives me some options here. If you'll just scroll up, you'll see it say add to album. And I'm going to make a new album, and I'm going to title it iMovie Instructions. And I'm going to save it. Now that you have recorded your videos, then you want to open iMovie and start pulling those in and creating your movie to upload. So if you go to iMovie on your iPad, it's going to be a purple square with a white star in the middle. And you're going to click on it. You want to click on the plus sign, click movie, and it's going to pull up media on this side, and then it will show you whatever you have chosen up here. Like right now, it's showing me my moments. You can choose video, you can do, and it'll show you just all the videos. You can always go back in the media there. You can choose photos, and it will just show you that. Or albums, and I'm going to choose album, and I'm going to pick that album that I created earlier that says iMovie Instructions. Right. At this point, I'm going to choose the photos and videos that I want in my movie. I can choose them one at a time, or I can choose all the photos and videos that I want in the entire movie and create it. If I choose more than one, whatever order that I choose them in is the order that it will place them in the movie. Now you can always change that too when you get to another place, and I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm just going to add a photo, and I'm going to do one video, and I'm going to mash create movie. I always put a photo at the beginning because I like to have a little introduction here. And so on this photo, if you saw my music videos, I always had this introduction screen that said music with Miss Abbott, and it had some little sound effects. And so what I do to do that, if I click on that photo or that video, I can see the yellow box that comes up around it. I can make it longer, I can make it shorter, and I can always scroll back and forth here. You can always undo anything you've done, so don't panic. If I click on it and the yellow box is around it, I can add some actions down here at the bottom, and you'll see what those actions are. I have actions, speed, volume, titles, filters. So I want to add a title here, and it will pull up my options. You can choose any of these. I like this pop-up option right there. And I click where my title would be, and I type in whatever I want that to be. So I've typed in my title, and I can click out of that and it will just show that right there. Now, if I want to add some sound effects to this screen, I can. If you'll mash the plus sign up here, it will show you those media options that we saw on the other page. Now, if I want to add audio, you'll see there's a button down here for that. You can do soundtracks. You can do my music. That's music that I have in my iTunes account that I can download into this video if I wanted to. And I can do sound effects. Now, soundtracks in my music is going to cover your entire video. So if I choose a soundtrack, it'll give you a little preview of what it sounds like. And if I mash the plus button, it will pull it down in there. Now you see how it covered my entire video right there. Now I can touch on that green audio and I can pull it back. I can edit that and make it as long or as short as I want it to be. Okay, so I shortened it up so it's just long enough to be for my introduction, okay? But if I want to get rid of that completely, I just click on it and make it go away. And I can do the same thing with my photos. If I decide I want a different photo, I can click on that and make it go away also. Now, if I want to add something in, I can go back. I can go to my photos. I want to look at all of them, and I can add in a different picture if I want to, right there. So because I love this little screen so much, I'm gonna put it back in and keep it. And I want to add a sound effect to it. Now, I'm gonna go back to the audio and I'm gonna do sound effects, because if I do a sound effect, that will be shorter. So I want to do the arpeggio and it will pull it in. And when I get it there, you'll notice it put it wherever my white line is, but I can move that. I can move it back to the beginning, just like that. I always like to add kids cheering here at the end too, so I'm gonna add that in at the end. And so I can go into there, and on my volume, I can fade that out if I want to, so that it's not, I might even make it shorter, so that it's there, and then I faded it so that it's not going to. And then I can go back to the beginning and I can play it. You will notice when you get in between your videos or your photos, there's this little transition box. And you can actually choose the way you want your transition to happen. I'm gonna go to my first video right here. And when I get here, I can play it so I'll see how much I wanna cut out. So I'm gonna click on that and get the yellow box around it, and you'll see, I can see how it's going. I start talking right there, so I'm gonna pull it back to where my smile is. And then I can go back and play it. I want to practice some more rhythms today. Now I want to shorten that video up. So I'm just going to pull it in right here. Okay, and you can see where I'm saying long and short sounds. Long and short sounds. So you can see I can edit it any way that I would like to edit it. Now if I click on that video and I want it to be louder, just mash on volume down here on your actions. You can make it louder and you'll see how that moves up and down. Okay, so I'm gonna add in one more picture to end this with, and you will see, I'm gonna just pick that picture right there and put it right there, and I'm gonna go right here to my transition, and I want this one to dissolve. So I'll show you what that looks like. You can always go look and see, and it just dissolves in. Now, another thing I need to show you is when you do your video or your photo, you can adjust and pinch. Like if I want it to start down here and then I go to the end, I can pinch to where I want it to be on the photo. On a video, if you want to zoom in on a video, you can click on the video and make the yellow box come up, and there's a little magnifying glass with a plus sign. Mash that plus sign and then you can pinch to zoom. So see, if I just wanted to do that and see the top half of me, which is the way I liked to do it, because then they could see the rhythms really clearly or see whatever it was I was showing on the board. And then I'm done, and it does that through the whole thing. Now you're gonna wanna watch it. When you're finished and you've done all the previewing, click done. After you click done, you will see this screen right here. And you can mash play in the bottom and it will show you full screen what your video is. Before you upload it, you're gonna wanna name your movie. So right there it says My Movie. You can just click on that and then you can do a title and mash enter. Once you're ready to upload your movie to YouTube, you're going to mash the send button in the middle, click YouTube. Now, you have to have a YouTube account to upload it to YouTube, but if you have a Google account, you can sign in with your Google account and it's the same thing. Essentially, you already have one if you have a Google account because YouTube's owned by Google. So right here is what you're gonna see if you're not already signed into your YouTube account. iMovie wants to use google.com to sign in. Mash continue. Then you can choose the account you wanna do. I'm gonna choose my personal account and type in my password and mash next. Make sure that you mash public here and then you can share it. Now, it will export the movie and then you will see it start going to YouTube, and it takes quite a while for it to upload to YouTube. If you do not have a YouTube account or you don't have a Google account, if you will let me know, I can upload it to mine and send it to Mr. Rigsby from there. Once it has published it to YouTube, you will get a message on the screen that says it's been published. You can visit it. There's some options down through there, or you can just close out. Usually I just close out and don't visit it at that time because it takes a couple of minutes for it to get fully loaded onto YouTube. So I usually just close out and go back to it in just a few minutes. Now I'm gonna go visit the YouTube page so I can send it to Mr. Rigsby. And what I'm going to do is just go to youtube.com and enter. Now, if you're not signed in to YouTube, you may have to sign in, which is the same thing that we did before. Just choose your Google account and put your password in. Again, if you don't have a Google account or a YouTube account, I will be happy to upload it to mine and send it to Mr. Rigsby from there. Okay, so now when I get there, I want to click on that purple S right there. Yours may be a different color and it's gonna have your initial in it. And so I want to go to my channel. The very first thing says your channel. And you will see there's my video, iMovie sample right there. Okay, so I wanna click on that movie. When you mash the edit video, it's gonna pull up another screen and you can change the title, you can add a description to it, you can even choose the thumbnail that you want right here. You can choose if you want it to be public or private. You're gonna want it to be public for this. You can choose the thumbnail that you want, the picture there. This part's really important, the audience. Is this video made for kids? Yes, it is made for kids. And then it tells you down here, features like personalized ads and notifications won't be available on videos made for kids. So after you've clicked yes, that's made for kids, mash save. Now that you've saved your video, just go up to the 3 lines beside the red studio arrow, click that. You should see your video, click pull up. You're gonna click on that and view it on YouTube. And there it is. Now you can send your video to Mr. Rigsby. You just mash on the share button at the bottom. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can copy that link address and paste it into your email that you're sending him, or you can share it and slide over and literally send it through an email right here. I will just send it to myself. SharonDAbbott@gmail.com, and then you just mash send, and that will send that link to him. Okay, so that was a lot of information, and I know that it can be a little bit overwhelming, but my advice to you is to get in there and play with it and be creative. I'm happy to help you with any part of this process, but it's going to be really busy when we start back to school, so if you need my help, please let me know by Wednesday August the 12th. See you guys soon.